Well, hi there, racing fans, and welcome to another edition of Winning Ways, where we're going to keep you up to date with everything that's going on in the racing industry. And we're going to be chatting to Patrick Loka, who's the commercial director of Gold Circle in York Hall, a mighty interesting man, and certainly seems to have been doing a good job. So it will be interesting chatting to him. Laf, you've been traveling the world.
Yeah, wonderful to go to Royal Ascot. You know, did it last year, did it again this year. Another very, very good year. Attendances were up, which is surprising, seeing they had Black Caviar and Frankel last year. But Estimate won again for the Queen. She won a feature last year at Royal Ascot. She won the Gold Cup. So it was a wonderful meeting. Some very good horses.
Yeah, we're going to be chatting about that in Current Affairs. We'll find out all about what happened at Royal Ascot. But we're going to move on and have a look at our three to follow. "10 days' time, we'll be on the Suncoast Casino grounds with the great big KwaZulu-Natal sale, brought to you by Bloodstock South Africa. And my goodness, it's going to be a good sale. But shall we get straight into our three to follow?
Yeah, let's talk about them.
First time, I think, in the history of the show that we've had three winners on three to follow. They all look pretty smart. So let's go and have a look at them. We think these horses will win some races. We're going to Scottsville, 19th of June. Eternal Jet. Dennis Dry stepped this one out. And he had a task, this horse. He took on a horse called Tribute to Kylie, who had been beaten by two good ones his first two starts. And he looked like a blinder. But this horse won a good race.
Yeah, didn't get away quite as well as they would have liked. Sean Cormack for Dennis Dreyer. And Tribute to Kylie, you can see, is down the inside. Looks a winner for most of the race in the white silks. Dragging along up towards the 800, probably a length clear. The Sean Cormack is now getting his horse into about fourth or fifth. It comes through a gap in the pink colours.
Yeah, it's got the Muir colours on. It's now moving into second place, but they've still got about 500 to go. And here you'll see Tribute to Kylie just kicks away from him. Looks like this is race over. Sean's been hard at work on this Eternal Jet, the son of Jetmaster, for a long time. And he doesn't look like he's got anything to go.
Yeah, no, Bernard sat quietly on this leader. And Sean's had to ride the other horse hard, and it's not going to lose the leader. Bernard's still very confident to run down to the final half furlong. But this horse gets another smack from Sean, and suddenly he picks it up and goes straight on by to win by a length. Very good debut by Eternal Jet.
He looks like he's going to go much more ground, Laf, and I thought it was a very good win. On top of the ground, horses got away on the day. They weren't pegged back. It just looked like a good one.
Yeah, it looks a very good horse. I see all three of ours are winners, so it should be interesting to have a look at the other winners.
Let's go and have a look at the next one. We go to Kenilworth and have a look at the first timer that Patrick Creyer stepped out. Horse called Kimberly L. Last race of the day in the murky mists of Kenilworth. Didn't get away that well in the pink colours.
Three off the inside. Picks it up quite quickly after a sluggish start, and has to go after Simonsburg and Tiger Master. They're showing a lot of speed, but soon gets into the race.
Well, when you watch this horse win, it just absolutely dawdles in. It's owned by Terence Millard's partner, Rathbone. Oh. And very nice to have them find a horse like this. And Terence obviously got something with his old apprentice, Patrick Creyer. So nice for Patrick to find a good one. This looks like a good one.
Looks a good horse. The way it's quickened away after a sluggish start for a debut run. The rest have been hard pressed, and Aldo's just held a little bit up. He knows as they come to the final furlong, they're going to start coming at this horse, and he's going to be a bit green. But he gives him a little rap, I can call it. He runs off the fence, but he's just got them cold.
And it ends up, he could have won it by 5. I think he just needed a smack or two. He would have won it by 5, but he won very, very impressively. He looks good.
Looks very, very good. Remember the name, Kimberly L.
Right, and we're going to move on to Clearwood, the 23rd of June, where we're going to watch Berlinetta from the Mike de Kock yard. This one in convincing fashion, and this was a tough field. There were a couple stepped out here that looked like they could run. The first timer, Jeff Woodruff, had brought down a first timer from Johannesburg called Ichuka by Choisier.
Choisier, nonetheless. I was overseas, but I watched all the racing, and I thought this looked a very competitive race. Dennis Dryer's, I think it was Kitco, doesn't come out the gate. and hasn't got the speed. They're looking for it because it walks out the gate. But the winner here, you can see Berlinetta is way too good in this race.
Yeah, well, here she is rolling along from the 300. We only picked her up, but that's fine. She's cruising, and she's got them stone cold. The second horse, every chance, Etua, hot fancy in the race, but the time of this race was very, very good. 57.5 seconds for a juvenile, and look at it, it wins absolutely easing up. And I think this might be a real crackerjack, might be one of the next real good ones for Michael de Kock. We really like the three that we found to follow. You know, very seldom you pick up three winners. But when
all impressive.
Well, I looked through, I could have picked up that horse Salma of de Kock's in the first race.
Yeah.
Jetmaster ran second, grey horse, very nice horse. But when I looked at the two of them, I thought, no, maybe this is the better one.
Yeah, this looks very good.
Yeah,
I think three, as you say, three very decent horses coming out of three very good yards. Follow them all.
Yeah, we're going to go and have a look at last year's Golden Horse Casino in the Blast from the Past.
Away they go from the 1400 meter marker. Shimmer and Shine taken up for a stride or two, so too Ottomer. The filly Honorines on the prowl in the early stages. Blushing Peter holds the lead by a half, and Warhorse hot against the steel. Honorines on the outside, close up third, then Danesco. My Jelly Bean back at the rail, the white cab. Fly Me Over's 3 lengths off them. Love Struck's deeper out on the turf. Then we find Captain Dino, the green cap, over towards the inside. Ottomo races 5, 6 off them. The Hangman next call. Shimmer and Shine go again. They're about 8 or 9 lengths off the leader. Blushing Peter being taken on by Love Struck. Warhorse. Honorines around them. Then comes Fly Me Over, 4 lengths to make up. Rock of Arts deeper out on the turf. Towards the inside of runners we find Ottomo. Top of the lane, Blushing Peter. Warhorse on the inside. Love Struck moves up. Honorine to the centre. Fly Me Over looks to get going. My Jelly Bean's looking for a way through. Right over towards the inside. Shimmer and Shine starts to run on. The filly Honorine. Warhorse now. Warhorse turn to hit the front. Warhorse and Jeff Lloyd. Honorine's on the outside. Warhorse got his battle armor though. And it's Warhorse with a magical stride to win it. Shimmer and Shine second. Maybe American Storm ahead of Honorine. But I tell you what, Warhorse came to the wall.
Warhorse, rumoured to be a July horse after that last year's win. Well, unfortunately, he's lost his way. He has, but 10 days' time or 2 weeks' time, we'll be watching the big new ones coming out in this race, the July, all those big races are going to be such fun. And we're going to move on and have a look at the Plum of the Week. Well, there we go. This is Arranged Lights. And if you watched the show 2 weeks ago, this horse ran fourth first time out. And we made it one of our 3 to follow. It was fat as a pig in the parade ring. It ran right up to them, looked like it was going to win. You know what price it started? You could get 8 to 1 on Interbet. Started 6 to 1 with the bookmakers. It was just an absolute gift. Yeah. And, you know, the first race of the meeting, big meeting, 10, 11 races. Get your money like this.
Yeah.
You know, you've got to put these horses in your black book, and this absolutely wins a very, very good race. Range Lights, 8 to 1 she was.
Then comes on the inside, Learn a Little, and it's Range Lights, it's the front. Kiss Me Kitty's trying to fight back, and Semra's running on. Range Lights just the leader on the inside from Semra, and Range Lights won it. Second will go to Semra, Kiss Me Kitty a close third, and then Crystal's Revenge.
Well, Alistair Gordon said that she'd improved as well on his website. Everything was there for one to have a decent bet, but as
good odds.
That's a phenomenal return, 8 to 1. Very seldom that you can find horses like that. as we say, we found them. Let's move on to a couple more that we're going to find for you. Current affairs.